everyone. It's Kayla with the Celebration Company. Happy Monday. Happy Monday, y'all. I hope you're having a great Monday. Y'all, we are going to make a little craft for the Pinners Conference. I have been working for quite some time now on getting our craft paper subscription set up, and I've been making these little mood boards, which I've shown you all. I've gone live and made one with you. And we are just making some different little elements that can be displayed with the mood board to show kind of what you can make with the craft paper subscription. Sorry, y'all. So this is the set that we're using. This was the pink, what was this one called? Sweet Christmas. It was a pink and a red Christmas design, and we're going to be using it to make just a cute little sign. I have got this canvas right here, which I'm not sure where this came from. I want to say like Pop Shelf or Dollar General or something like that. It was probably like a clearance type thing. But it's got this frame on it. It's a really good size, and it fits really nicely in my shelves because it is 10 inches, and my shelves are 10 inches. So it's going to fit inside my shelves really well. And we are going to do like a layered kind of thing, and I'm going to be using my 3D printed scalloped trim on this to make sort of a frame inside a frame. Okay. At least that's the plan. All right. So we'll see how it goes. So when y'all hop on, say hello. Let me know you're watching. Tell me about your weekend and your day. I hope y'all are having a great day. Hi, Pam. Hey, Nancy. Hi, Cindy. She says she hasn't been on for a while. I'm glad to see you too, Cindy. Thanks for joining today. Hi, Danae. My weekend was really very good. It was a very good weekend. A little stressful. We went to Patty's on Saturday, which is, she has a big, like what she calls a shop in the back of her property. And so we have the Pinners conference booth set up, and we worked on staging it and getting all of our product out, figuring out where we want everything to be, where overflow is going to go, and just kind of all of that, working through all of those different things and just all the details of the Pinners conference. So that was just a little stressful. This is something that's very new to us. We just haven't done very many of these type of things. And so anyways, but it was good. We got all of that done. And then I got to spend some time with my brother-in-law and future sister-in-law and their new baby, and got to hold my niece while she napped and slept. And so that was really good for the soul after the stressful day. And yesterday was just a total full-on relaxation kind of a day. Just sitting around and getting a few products ready for the Celebration Company, resting and all of that. So it was good. I actually skipped church yesterday and slept. I actually did not get out of bed yesterday. I'm ashamed to say this. Until that is, I guess I just really needed some mental rest. So that's what I did. All right. Hi, Pam. Hey, Nancy. I've already said hello to some of y'all. Hi, Stacy. Cindy says they went to their grandson's to see his marching band. Fun. That sounds like a good weekend, Cindy. Dale's making potato salad. Sounds delicious. Hi, Carol. Hey, Rhonda. Hey, Aletta. Did you all see my cheesecake that I posted yesterday that I made last night for dinner? Y'all have got to try that. It was so yummy. Hi, Tina. Hey, Jesselyn. Hey, Barbara. Hi, Nora. Hey, Clarence. All right. So let's hop into it, okay? So we're going to start by just painting this frame. I'm going to remove this little hanger because we are not going to be using that. Okay, because this is going to be going the other direction. Making smothered cube steak sounds good. And I'm trying to decide what color I want to do. I think I'm going to do red for this. So we're going to go with whichever red I have in here, which is country red. I don't have a lot of it. Let me find something to put it in. Hi, Jenny. I am having a good day. Danae, it is so good. So good. Wow, Bridget. You must have needed the rest too. Okay. Let me find paintbrush. See if I can find one of my Celebration Company brushes that's clean. You know what? Oh, here we go. Here they are. They're in the wrong spot. Okay, found them. No, Cindy, I could not tell that it was cottage cheese. Oh my goodness, Dee Dee. No power since yesterday. I'm sorry, Dee Dee. The storms came through here last night around 11, 12 o'clock. But it didn't do much. We had a little bit of hail. But that was it. But I was watching the storm coming through and hitting, areas around us, and it looked like it was getting pretty nasty. We're going to have to do 2 coats of this. But it is cold today, and I can't believe it's ridiculous. That's what the thing about all the other seasons. It's funny because I feel like summer, it doesn't seem like there's that much of a fluctuation as there is in the rest of the seasons. Spring, it can go from 30 degrees to 80 degrees in a matter of a couple of days. But it seems like, and even winter, we had days in winter that it was 60 degrees. But it seems like summer, it just is warm and it just stays warm. And that's what I'm ready for. Just ready for it to stay warm. Teresa, we're making a Christmas sign today. I'm going to be using a couple of our designs from our Sweet Christmas collection, which I think came out in 23. Actually, it's an older collection. You have a tornado watcher warning right now, Cindy. Prayers for you and your area. Hi, Connie. I'm so glad you can join us live today. Thanks so much for hopping on. So we're doing Christmas because, like I said, this is for the Pinners Conference, which is a big conference that we're going to next month. It's literally less than a month away. We're about 3 weeks away. Time is ticking very fast. I would love for y'all to come and join. It's in Atlanta, April 25th and 26th. We also have a Meet the Makers event going on that we're going to be doing on that Thursday, the 24th, where you can come and meet us, have dinner. We're going to do some giveaways and swag bags and all those fun types of things. I'd love for y'all to come and join us there as well before the conference. And then at the conference, you can take all kinds of different classes, and that will just be great because you can learn so many different things, so many things that I can't teach you because I am not good at. You know, we each have our little area, you know, that we're good at, and there's a lot of areas that I'm not. So at the Pinners Conference, you can take all kinds of different classes. You can do watercolor, you can do crochet and knitting, and you can do glass etching and handwriting and all sorts of different things that are available at the Pinners Conference and classes that you can take, and you get to come home with something that you've made. So it's a really, really cool little event. It's very similar to our celebration in the Bluegrass. It's just on sort of a much larger scale, but it's a lot less money, which is really nice because with this, you know, admission's only $12. Now you can still come to the Meet the Makers event, which is $150, and then you get into the conference for just $12. You can even, there's a $5 off coupon that you can use, and then you just get to choose which classes you want to take. So you really get a lot more freedom with it than you would with Celebration in the Bluegrass, which is really nice. Again, I'm using Country Red, which is available on our website. Y'all, are any of the pop shelves around you all closing? Because the one in Winchester here is closing. We went to it Saturday to get some baskets to use in our booth, and found out that they were closing, and they had 50% off the entire store, which was really nice. I wish I had have thought to share with y'all what I got, but I've already put everything away because I sort of forgot. I might be able to drag everything back out and do a live tomorrow to show y'all. Your comment disappeared, Kristen. I didn't remove it. But I see your comment that says it's been a while since you've been able to watch lives, and you're going to be at Pinners, and you're taking my class. Yay, Kristen. I'm so glad to hear that. Pop Shelf. Connie. Pop Shelf, Teresa. Not Top Shelf, but Pop Shelf. Pop Shelf is the store that the Dollar General owns. It's very similar to Dollar General, just maybe a little more focus on home and less focus on groceries. They carry different products. They carry like better products, a little more higher end products. Not that the price is necessarily high end. It just kind of reaches a different group of people, I suppose. You know, they have the Mrs. Meyer's products and the Method products and things like that. The stuff that is a little more clean or supposedly clean. and then home decor, housewares, things like that. Teresa, no need to apologize. I'm sure that pop would sound like top, I'm sure. Yes, Dee Dee, that is exactly right. Every time I've been in a pop shelf, it is clean and straight, and there are not boxes stacked up everywhere. It's much more enjoyable customer experience at Pop Shelf than at Dollar General. You are right. But apparently they are closing quite a few stores. I don't know where all, thank goodness. There's one in Frankfort, which is closer to me than Winchester, and thank goodness they're supposed to be staying open at least for now. They just have some good stuff. I recently shared a reel of some things that Pop Shelf had. And they had these towels in there that were so nice. They were beach towels. So nice. They were super soft and they were extra large. They were striped and just really cute. They had like a Kelly green color and a pink and like an orange color. They were adorable for $15. $15 for these towels. A really great deal. That's just one example. They have some really cute home decor in there, craft supplies, all kinds of things. All kinds of things. All right. I'm going to get just a quick coat across the top here because it's still showing through just a little bit. So I'm just going to do the top. Just a quick, thin little coat. All through here. All right. And then our frame should be ready. We're going to distress it, I think. If you're ever traveling, I highly recommend stopping at a Pop Shelf. It's just a fun store. It really is. I got a lot, but I didn't get a lot that was super interesting. Yes, Julia, I am in Kentucky. I didn't get a lot that was super interesting, but I did get a lot. And of course, everything, the entire store was 50% off, which is really nice because all of their cosmetic stuff was 50% off. So that included all of the makeup, all of the shampoo, conditioner, soap, body wash, even things like medicines and vitamins were 50% off. Their food was 50% off. All of their housewares was everything. And so that was really nice because I got a lot of stuff that we just use all the time for a really good price. So I stocked up on things like shampoo, or I didn't get any shampoo. I stocked up on conditioner and soap for Andrew and deodorant for Andrew and stuff like that. Dish soap, dish scrubbers, and things like that. All right. I just wanted to dry this inside here a little bit because we're going to put this paper down. Okay, so this is one of the designs from that collection that we're going to be using. I don't think they are, Marlene, unfortunately. They should be, but I don't think they are. All right, I'm going to just crease this edge here. Grab one of my scrapers to help me get a better edge. I'm just creasing it so that I know where to cut it. Okay, we're going to grab our cutter here and just trim that first. Okay, let's see if that fits. Perfect. So then once we get it to fit that way, we can do the same thing. So I'm just going to use my scraper here and press this right up against that edge. Okay. Ooh, wow, Dale, that sounds amazing. I bet that's going to be fun. All right, so let's see here. Cut this. All right, so now we've got this fitted to the background. We're just going to use some decoupage glue to apply this. I'm just using my Deco Art decoupage glue. We sell this on our website. Okay, let me grab a brush. And try and get a nice thin layer of decoupage glue. Want to make sure we get it all into the corners so that our paper lays down in all those corners. Yes, Nancy, exactly. If it's a whole lot cheaper, you know, it's going to save money in the long run for sure when you know you're going to be using it. Okay. So let's get this in here. Okay. There we go. Now, I'm going to wipe this excess that I've got around the frame here off with the baby wipe so that we don't have a difference of sheen there. This way it'll all be the same shine. Okay, so that's our first step. Now, I've got this image here. We're going to be using this right here, and we're going to be adding, in order to make it pop, scalloped trim. Okay, so we need to paint our scalloped trim, and I just have to decide what color I want to paint it, because I'm thinking it needs to be red, which is going to be a pain in the butt if we do red. So I'm trying to decide if I can get away with doing something else or not. This is kind of what we're looking like here. The scallop is going to go on the outside, and then the straight line is going to go on the inside right up against the image. So what do you all think? What color should I do? The white doesn't really pop, does it? You like the white, Stacy? Yay, Sue Ann. It'll be coming later, Sue Ann. Yeah, it'll be coming. We're still waiting to see how many people we can get signed up. So, but yeah, that'll be coming. I don't know. The white just seems like it's missing something. The other colors on the paper are just like a pink, sort of like a creamy ivory sort of a color, and like the gingerbread type color. Polka dots. Kind of like that idea. Let's see. I really think red's going to look the best. I really think red's going to look the best. Let's see how bad it's going to be to paint it. Well, that's not working very well. Okay. I think we're just gonna go with it, y'all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I need 7 scallops painted. Maybe it won't be too bad. Yeah, I could do gray. The reason why I don't want to do gray is because I'm worried it's going to make it too dark, the color. Because the other one I didn't start with gray. I don't know, y'all. Teresa, we're not, because we want to have up the whole time this like idea of what you can do with them, with the craft paper. And so we're not planning to sell the samples, because then that is going to take away our example, you know. All right, let's get our last one here. I might have to go get some paint off the shelf. Surely I can get enough out of that bottle to get this one done. Okay. Let's dry. I'm going to make sure my heat tool's turned down to low, because these are thin and they will very easily warp or get melted enough that they'll start to bend. And so we don't want that. I think this is going to be okay. I went, Connie, with Country Red. I just decided to just go for it. Okay. We could, Larissa. if we do something like this again, I like the idea of having them already done and not having to make them again, you know? So, you know, it'll just all depend on how it goes. Looks like it's doing okay. I think we'll do 3 coats just like we did on the frame. It should be all right. It's not like it takes very long to paint these. Okay. Yes, Teresa, they are. Andrew and Griffin, Trisha and Patty, Mom and Dad are all going. Okay, let's do one more coat. And I think we should be good. Get enough paint out. Bonnie, the Pinners Conference in Atlanta, Georgia, next month. It is April the 25th and the 26th. Y'all, I have pretty much gotten about all of this paint out that I'm going to get, I think. Okay. All right. We got it. So, let's see if we can configure this to look good around our little sign there. The sign is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 because it's a quarter sheet. Okay. All right. So before I do that, though, I think I want to. Me too, Bonnie. All right. I think I want to do some distressing, though, on this. So I'm just going to take my micro sander and just sort of distress around the edges to just remove some of that paint and expose some of that white. And I'm doing on the back side as well. And we're going to do the frame also. Distress the frame too. Hi, Donna. Thanks for joining me. Y'all, these are available on the website. They come in a pack of 8 for $4.99. Okay. These are really great to do things like this, frames, add details to things. If you like scallops, then this is something you're going to enjoy crafting with. I love adding scallops to things. Okay. There we go. All right, so we got that done. Just to kind of show you what that looks like. Okay. They do paint really good, yes. All right, so what I think I'm gonna do first is apply this top and bottom piece, which just has 5 scallops, okay? And we're gonna glue those just right onto our paper and just kind of center them. I'm gonna use my new Celebration Company glue gun. I've got it on low temp, which works best also for this product because it is plastic. And I'm just gonna center that right onto my paper. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we just got that. Now, this needs to go like this. And what I'm gonna do, let's see here. I had this fixed up the other day so that it worked. And now it's not working. So I wonder if it's because I'm gonna take this off, changing the way I'm gonna do this. Thank you, Cindy. Thank you, Kay. It's from Amazon. So maybe that one was too high. Let's try this again. Let's do it like this. Let's play with it first. You can cut these. I'm hoping is I can kind of make almost like a little circle looking thing. That's too big though. So somehow we've got to make this smaller. Let me try doing that. I think if we if I cut this off a little bit on the ends. Don't think that helps any. So what if we go this way? It's getting close. It's getting close. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to glue my edges on first because they are bigger and have to be there regardless. I think that's what I'm going to do. We're going to glue the edges on first. Kind of like a little math puzzle. Okay. Cut these to match. All right. Let's put these on and see what we are looking like. Okay, I think we can do this. Okay, so here's how we're going to do it. We're going to go on and glue these top pieces on, and then we'll cut around the bottom piece so that it matches up and we have a little bit of like a rounded bit on the corners. Okay, I think I'm just going to glue the edges down. Phew, glad that fell upside down. Okay, so this is what it looks like. So you can kind of see how those corners look. So what I'm going to do is come back and just trim around that. The glue is not holding. It's not holding very well. So let's do glue dots instead. Hi, LaDonna. Thanks for celebrating, Rhonda. Okay. Right. Let's get this bottom. Probably need to add the glue dots. Yep. As soon as I go to cut it, it comes apart. We did, we had storms. I wouldn't say they were terrible, but yes, we did have storms last night. At least in my area, they weren't too bad. Okay, so there we go. That's what we end up with. So now this is going to go right here in the middle. Y'all, this is looking cute. So I think what I'm going to do is just glue the frame down. And you know what? Let's just go with the glue dots because I know that works. You could also use super glue on your 3D printed stuff, which is what we use most of the time. I'm just kind of doing like every other scallop in the corners. Okay, let's center this. All right. And now we're just going to distress the edges with my micro sander. I'm going to get the inside here. Okay. Thank you, Judy. All right. There we go. All done. Super cute. So this is going to go with this mood board right here. And so it'll just kind of sit up like this. And I'll need to make another item. So we'll make something else that's smaller that can sit kind of right here with it. So this just gives the customer kind of an idea of how to use the paper and some things that you can do with it. So yeah, there we go. That turned out good. I like it. So again, this is our craft paper subscription. If you're not familiar with our craft paper subscription, this one is an older design, but our craft paper subscription is just $10 a month. It is available all the time. You can subscribe at any time. This current month is really pretty. We did the Eastery collections, and those are still available until the end of the day. So you can still subscribe and still get those Easter collections until the end of the day today. And so what I'm doing here is just prepping to display the craft paper subscription at the Pinners Conference that we're going to next month. Tomorrow will be a whole new set of designs, which are gorgeous. So definitely want to make sure you get those as well. And I'll be sharing those with you all tomorrow. So y'all have an amazing day. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. Make sure you check out the website, y'all. Remember, we have our new glue guns in. They are absolutely gorgeous. Here is the glue gun in its package. It is amazing. Celebration Company exclusive glue gun. And we also have a new paint color from Deco Art that's a really beautiful sort of colonial like blue. This one is called Open Water. So this is a new color available on the website as well. All right, y'all, have an amazing day. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye, everybody.